folks, JD here, and today we have this. This is the Syma X23W, and it's the newest quadcopter in the X family range. Okay, let's open this up and have a little look inside. Okay, so let's go back and let's have a little look into exactly what it is we get with this guy. So, let's have a look at the front. So we start off, we have a nice 720p fixed lens camera sitting to the front with a nice sun shield over the top. Look at that. You get quite a nice little hook over the top of that lens just to ensure that when you are flying, it should hopefully cut down on glare from flying as well, should this nice little hood. Then working our way towards the back, we have the on and off button. If you just click and hold for 2 seconds, it'll turn on the quadcopter. We have red LEDs on the front and green LEDs on the back there, and then click and hold for another 2 seconds will turn off the quadcopter. Keeping on working our way back, we have this little battery with a nice little release hatch to the battery. Click down this hatch and then pull and the battery comes out. Now this battery is a 500 milliamp hour, 3.7 volt battery, and it is a proprietary battery, and it actually looks quite good. It is very well styled. It feels really well put together. The plastic feels of quite high grade. All in all, that feels okay, and you can see exactly how thick this body of the quadcopter is as well. So this is actually made of quite good, quite sturdy plastic. Now if we turn the quadcopter over, we have our 4 landing sprigs. These landing sprigs are foam. There's nothing new that we haven't seen before from Syma. These are just foam landing sprigs. There is also an SD card writer in the back here. That's where you should have to put your SD card should you want to record video. In saying that, I've just had a little look down through there, and there doesn't actually look to be any gubbins in there whatsoever. So when I go to record video, I'm going to be doing it through my phone anyway, but just double check to ensure that there isn't an SD card needed in there, just so that you don't start flying and figure out that you do need one. But in the back here, just had a little look, there's nothing in there at all to say that I would need to put one in, so I'm just going to record it directly on my smartphone. And then once again, if we flip around to the front and then have a look at these motors, we've got the LEDs just sitting on the front here, on the front, slightly off to the side of each of these motor housings. The motor housings are quite nice. They're quite self-contained. There are a couple of breathable holes in the bottom here, just to ensure those motors don't sweat and they don't get too hot. All in all, it looks really quite nice. We've got a couple of aeration holes down the side here. It looks really stylish. It's again going off their new style, the Syma's new style quadcopters, but it looks really nice. It feels really sturdy, but it still feels light. Now, I wonder just exactly how light this is. So, we are looking at 84 grams with battery, and then so that 84 grams is your flying weight, and then we are looking at 65 without the battery. So even with the battery, it comes in at quite a nice little weight. What I consider quite a nice little weight. Not too heavy, not too light, and with the dual speed modes high and low, you're going to ensure that you're going to be able to cut through some quite low breeze as well. So a couple of other features of this particular quadcopter: you have a 5 to 7 minute flight after a 2-hour charge, 720p camera, auto takeoff and landing, and you can also control via your smartphone should you want to as well, just using Wi-Fi. Now if we come onto the transmitter, now the transmitter is a pretty standard Syma transmitter that we've seen before. We have just obviously altitude hold. This is why the left stick is then centralizing back to the center. On and off button. These buttons here don't do anything, it's just cosmetic. If you are to push down the left throttle, then this will enable trim, and it's from there that you can actually trim up the quadcopter should you require it. If you push down the right throttle, what that will do is that gives you headless mode if you click and hold, and if you push once, it gives you speed modes 1 and 2, high and low. So we'll test this when we fly it to see if there are 2 or 3 speed modes. I think there are only 2, that's exactly what the manual said anyway. And then if we look at the top, we have auto takeoff and landing just in the standard place as well. There we go. Now, as this is a camera quadcopter, it requires an FPV boom. The FPV boom just sticks into the top here as we've seen before, and then just clicks in nice and tight. On the back of the FPV boom, you have a little release catch, so you can push that down and then pull, and it does tend to come out. Not easily, but it does come out. And then your smartphone would sit inside here where the red foam is there, just giving it quite a nice little cushion. Now flipping over to the back, We have 4 AA batteries which are needed inside this transmitter in order for it to function. This transmitter does not allow charging of any sort, so you are going to have to put shop-bought or pre-charged batteries in here in order to use it. So that is the transmitter as well. And then in the little goodie bag we get 4 spare propellers, as well as a proprietary charger USB as well, just to charge that battery up. So that is everything you get in the pack, folks. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.